Chap?
See a doctor.
Hey, my horse never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such
It's
a
going
thing?
to take him 10 seconds to find out that blood pressure thing I was showing him
I'm going to find out why my horse
is wrapped around his hose
and that
pipe.
means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Look at the way he lopes off like Igor. Right, into the house.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
Like every other plan we've had. Well, we could have hidden behind it. Yeah, I think not. Oh, hello.
Hey, you,
Who, me?
come here.
I know this doesn't look good, but
Look, senor, all I want is a quiet life. A life without mad, house-breaking foreigners in it.
Understandable,
Understand?
yeah.
Look, I just wanted to, use the bathroom.
Leave now, please.
Okay, I'm going.
We're gonna have to try that again. See whether we can get up to the stairs without alerting the gardener. Nope.
Hey, you on the stairs.
Oops. I know this doesn't look good, but
Look, senor, and look, leave.
okay.
Okay, we're gonna have to come up with another plan. Now, we can't do anything about the hose pipe now.
The main part of the house.
We can't throw anything through the window. It is a shame that that's locked. I find it unlikely that the gem will contribute in any way to unlocking these doors, but you never know, do you?
Rats. It's locked.
I know it's locked. Now, none of those things are going to help me. So, what to do? Where to go?
I love suits of armor. Who doesn't?
Now, we know there's dogs down there.
The armor, I had a mental with the apart.
That's the problem. There's nothing else we can do in this room. As far as I can tell.
There was no.
I
I could see the gardener. Time for.
Alright, how do we act stealthily? What? What? Why did I just hear a goat? Let's do that again. Yeah, odd. Let's club him. So somehow we've got to creep past, but how? Got to create some kind of disturbance in the force. The dogs seem a bit rambunctious to really sneak past. Just wondering what I could... Oh,
Hey, you, leave.
Okay.
so he does grow aware of my presence eventually. And when he does, it's going to be my best option to be hidden behind the armor. But we can't do that. Je suis confusé. Why can't I push the armor over?
Hey,
Ooh. I know. Okay.
Am I loco or stupid? A bit of both, I like to think. See, what I really need to do is get that hosepipe working again, but there's no option to actually fiddle with it. I think that's the first puzzle we've had that has actually foxed us. I say us. By us, I mean me.
I
want to push the suit of armour over in order to distract him. Yeah, I just wanted to hear that sound effect again. Yeah, have this gem. So maybe I should do that and then hide.
hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
There we go. That was the way to do it. Dumb Spaniard.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay, upstairs then.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business.
She was easily
Send
convinced,
your
wasn't she?
stubborn.
By this freaky American. She didn't invite you to sit.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing
What
ties
is your
in
favorite
somehow
color?
with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important
Ashes and
they went to a
dust.
lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me
Because
have a
I'm
look
handsome.
around. If I find nothing,
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
See, I was polite.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think.
The gardener.
Well,
Ah.
the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children.
Awkward.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Who's loco
Lopez,
now?
What have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
Don't worry, we can wait.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh,
Come with me.
Hey, senor.
yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
I wouldn't blame
You've
you.
got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
So you're just leaving your lady to the tender mercies of me.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Don't worry, I will be suitably reverent.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something.
Well, I could close it with that, but I'm not sure what the purpose would be.
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard!
If only we had some chess pieces.
Now what? Feeling... May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5. 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
I wouldn't put an
Okay,
exclamation
I'll leave
mark
it for
on the end
now.
of that sentence.
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with
Oh
5
God, you're
knights?
dictating to
You
her
are
funerary
showing your
practices.
ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
No way.
Oh, let's give her a
Would you like
heart
to shake
set.
hands?
A formal bow will suffice.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Where is this line of questioning going?
I was going to
Nowhere
ask you out
helpful.
on a date.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
No, dear. El Flojo, clown in all important aspects. Apart from the one about being funny.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
That's probably a good thing.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Club Alamut. Not an establishment that I am familiar with, a young man.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
Do you know what this is?
No, it looks very
I
practical.
could use it to pry open one of your sarcophagi.
No way. Okay, thanks.
Not at all.
Ah, there's a
Hanging
candle.
from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Well, we need to change that. So this...
Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern.
But what to do with it?
It was... Now what? Feeling like a... High up in the... I guess they might open them.
Once again, that's a bit of a loss as to how to proceed.
He didn't hear me.
I'll get a bit closer.
He didn't hear me.
Fine. We'll go into her house and steal her chess set.
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
Just having a look around.
Not without the Countess, you're not. I don't know how you got her confidence, but you haven't got mine.
Man, you are so paranoid.
Better than being dog meat, which is what you'll be if you go in that house unaccompanied. Hey, you. Where do you think you're...
Just...
I thought I'd give it a
I
go.
Man, you...
Bet-
He didn't hear...
Ah. Well, looks like I've lost my blood pressure device.
He didn't hear...
Hear me now. Well, see, yeah, that's the thing. I see the Knights Templar
where...
sigil there.
The mausoleum...
Really, I need to open one of these tombs. Possibly. Although she may well object. But I could overpower her, she's only an old woman. Hey, you, Smack.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard. And the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart. You cannot
I don't know.
mean-
What do I mean?
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
Oh, go
I
get
think
it
this
then.
must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary.
Slow as you like.
Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart?
Oh, good God.
This mystery has had a good long run, but it ain't here. And now...
We will burn the
All
mausoleum.
those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez!
She looked 40 years younger.
Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set.
He didn't hear her.
Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
I think I want children.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance.
That sounds like the sort of thing a diabolical organisation like the Knights
Killed the
Templars might
servant
do.
who had been charged to protect
Or
them.
rather the Pope
What happened
or
to Don
something.
Carlos?
The bishop?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Probably the Hashashin caught up with him.
Ah, Lopez, you have the pieces.
See, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Unlike
Very
yours,
well,
you
my
dirty
lady.
old gardener with those roving eyes and hands of yours. I've seen the way you
My
fondle
lady
that
seems to
hose.
trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
Right, let's get playing chess then, old woman.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
You were. Well, the chess set doesn't really look big enough. Okay, any unplaced chess piece and it will turn to reveal a pattern on its base. Likewise, touch any hole in the board and it will show a pattern. Okay, that's easy enough. Looking for white in the top left corner. Red in the top left corner and white in the top right. Damn it. Blue and red. Damn it, drag! Green and white. Oh. Certainly looks right. Oh no, no, I see. Nearly caught me out there. This bishop looks a lot like the symbol for House Greyjoy in A Song of Ice and Fire. I fancy that. Smallest chessboard I've ever seen, to be quite honest. I don't think I'd get many games out of it. Yes. The most difficult thing about this entire puzzle is getting
The
the
red pieces in place,
cursor.
the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
So you just said. Oh. Okay, well that makes things a bit more complicated. Alright, let's think this through. Why would anything go anywhere on this board? This is, of course... Oh. But somehow I got that one right straight away. Fancy that. Well, I could just try and drag and drop this anywhere. And I probably will. Does that work? So what's going on here? It's not giving me a signal that I can proceed, but it's not allowing me to place these anywhere other than where they already are. As you can see, I can drag this anywhere. I don't know why they should go where I've put them, but it seems the only place I can put them is where they are. Except for that one. I'm not sure I understand the meaning of this puzzle. Perhaps you can see it a bit better than I can by just being able to observe. Right now I'm just dragging and dropping wherever it lets me, and right now it doesn't appear to be letting me do that in most of the squares. Oh, is it going to be anything with a shadow? Oh no, because all of the central ones have a shadow, which seems peculiar. And rather irritatingly, that knight seems to be happily placed anywhere. Okay, where... Do they all have to be within reach of getting the king, I wonder? I'm guessing not. Je suis confusé. This chessboard makes no sense. None whatsoever. I will kick myself once I realise why these things have got to go into the squares they have got to go into. Because it's not like I haven't played chess plenty of times before. I fear we're going back to a situation that we were in when we first tried to arrange this bunch of things. Oh, I can't take a piece then. Do I need to have them? Do I need to have it in checkmate, do you think?
Bingo! I mean...
Yeah! Ah! Well, not really. Well... oh, I suppose it might have been.
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
And just think, you didn't need to do this puzzle to find it. You could have just knocked through the wall.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Ah, go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure?
You patronising.
This is
fuck.
your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure.
Well, she seems to be turning very well. I think the whole game's quite 2D.
The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Meanwhile, back in Nico's apartment.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no.
Hallelujah.
The Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice. But there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templars' secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
Hey, she was giving more to me
Countess
than a
entrusted me with the chalice
pent-up
and
old frigid
the quest
French
for her
woman.
ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Is there something going on between you and Labano?
What business is it of yours? We agreed all this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but
So get off my case.
Get off my back, because Lomino is there.
do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I
Ah,
don't...
was- he
yeah,
was-
bastard.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I'll just throw it across the
Still can't
table. I mean,
figure
it's
out why
only
the Countess
700
gave it
years
to
old.
you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
Countess is a fine lady.
That's a Spanish
You shouldn't
joke.
compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
What if
Are
there
you
is?
serious? She's old enough to be
I
my
like the
grandmother.
older lady. Wrinkly women, all but willing.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Indeed you had, George. Indeed you had. Okay then, back to Montfaucon, where we may be able to use some of our artifacts.
Excuse. What do you know about the?
The complete and
Boy,
no.
shouldn't you be?
We've already
Which
been through all of this shtick.
What does this chalice suggest to you?
wine?
I see.
I'll see you around.
Alright. Might be able to do something a little different in the church this time. Maybe one of these is Sir Carlos Men,
A
whatever
stone
his
knight
name was.
carrying on. A stone.
Or maybe that it's the guy in that stained glass window.
A scholarly knight. I could see her disappear.
There we go.
A bit of a hoping had
Disappointing.
on the end around the. Well, but I wanted other than.
Here, have this. No, I'm still not sure we've managed to work it out yet. Okay, then back to the museum
A
instead.
knight. I guess.
See, it's odd. I shouldn't have made that Spanish connection until after I'd been to Spain. So this game's allowing me to do things I shouldn't be able to do, as it were. Oh, nuts!
I could.
And I'm not allowed to open up the manhole cover opener. Music rune. Monsieur Lobino, my friend.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Look
What
what
do you
I
make of this
found.
cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
Well, that was helpful.
Thanks for your help.
You're well.
Pardon
Maybe
me.
you'll know.
We miss.
We've been through all of that shit.
Thanks.
Okay. So where else can we go? Is there anything really left for us to do in Café de la Chandelle Vert? Ah, he's still around. Still staring at that manhole. I've been across
Hi there.
the
Remember
world, or at least Europe.
Mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I've been standing
sifting
vigil
through
for
the
the
evidence.
past 2 weeks. I have not moved
rather
to
you
eat,
than me,
to
monsieur.
sleep, to shit.
So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Yes, I know. Very few and far between, aren't they?
Hi there.
Who?
I'm.
So,
I take.
I don't think we're going to find anything new down here. But there is the possibility.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Well, not much going on around here, so I wonder why it's still on the map. Oh, I just clicked on one of my Let's Plays instead. Actually, we will stay there. Where are we? Because we could use that phone perhaps to call someone else. Well, what I meant is my cursor went off my screen and no, we can't call anyone. And clicked on one of my WMV files that I have right next to this mini screen. It's possible Moo might know something new. Right now I'm at a bit of a loss. for
Sergeant Moo?
leads.
Yes.
I'm not going through that again.
See you later, Sergeant.
Although he might know
Sergeant,
something about the cup.
What do you think? It's
Okay.
over 600.
It looks it.
See you later.
Alright, so where can we go? Out of the country? Nope. We are relegated to France. What are we missing? Well, whatever it is, I'm going to be saving the game now. So let's just see what our percentage has gone up to. 59! Hey, nearly done. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I shall return with more Broken Sword at another juncture.